Hey, a stream where I actually remember to update the title? Unheard of. I guess Christmas came early, folks. Give me just a second here while I get set up and adjusted and other such things. Drop a link real quick. I'll drop another one because I already dropped. Oh no. But drop one more. Alright, so, when we last left off, we were in Hingsha. We did a favor for Tracer Tong, blew up something on blew up that office, on the docks, to slip onto the cargo ship, and, unfortunately that went really well for us, and by really well, I mean we are stranded, God knows where. And, yeah, we gotta get out somehow. The good thing is, I happen to be, a giant Robo-Man, which is gonna go a long way to help us in this conundrum. That UI is very satisfying for this elevator. Very nice. It scratches the itch. I don't know why it's that nice, but boy howdy if it ain't. Okay. So let's see. So I think what we got to do here is this might I got bite me in the ass. I sure hope it doesn't. I don't think it will. Okay. Stasis pod log. Okay, well. Oh, okay, I see. I'm up with the program, give me a second. Okay, I see it. And there's a reload speed. But how does one get to it? Jane Doe, Gerard Denise. I'm gonna bet just some of these are just like dev names. John Doe, Jane Doe. Man, a lot of Jane Does work on this game. Branch Lexala, Kells Anthony. Pay attention to the filter, kids. Might as well, because this, I mean, not that it really matters, but I'm just glad I have this thing more than anything. It's a real. Okay. Minami Maho. Okay. Well, we'll check out the rest of these because why not? Jane. Hey, yup, Benu. I guarantee you I fucked that up. Rainer Rick. Jane Doe. DX. Jane Doe. A lot of women. Yulai Bach. I hope I pronounced that right. Jane Doe. A lot of women. An uncomfortable amount of women, to tell you the truth. John Doe, dude. Okay. Jane Doe 9000. Okay. So, human trafficking, I guess. It's my read of the situation, but I could be wrong. But all that matters, we sorted it out. This is the wrong ladder seal. Okay, alrighty. Oh man, that's so nice. I know that's a really weird detail to kind of point out, but that looks so good. Let's go. Alright, let's get back on it. So, I did not know this until just now, because I was trying to find out the name of the space so I could put the title in it, a title of it in the stream title. And this is the Missing Link DLC, which I have not played because the last version of this game I played was just Human Revolution. Sorry about that. Had to make sure that some bills got paid. But they have been paid, so we are good to go. Anyways, as I was saying, I have never played this because the last version of Human Revolution I played, that rain effect actually is pretty decent for what it is. But the last version of Human Revolution I played was the standard version, the non-director's cut version. So, fuck it though. And you, asshole. I thought that might have been some platform, whatever. But, yeah, so this is completely new, and this also gives me real big Sons of Liberty vibes. Like Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, the tanker mission, which I'm sure was deliberate homage. Did I get the reflex booster? I'll bet I didn't. I didn't. I got one Praxis, though. And I'll use that one Praxis to, do this.
Wasn't soon enough for birth. Bastard couldn't wait. Fucking bastard!
You have a lot of nerve to call me a bastard, considering it was you that kidnapped me. How did you not see me exactly?
Fucking bastard!
I have no hacking whatsoever, so that's a no. Wait, there's a way in there. I know, because I saw a thing that was highlighted. Oh. Stop worm. To all units. Bridge crew quarters, room 6782. And just some ebook. Oh. Feeling much better now that I got this pistol, even though I don't have as much ammo as I used to. I used to have like 1 billion, but because I'm sure there's a different way up. Like, I haven't been expressing it a lot throughout this playthrough, but man, I am loving this game. I mean, I've always been a big fan of this game, even though...
Sounds like someone run. Hold it!
Even though it has been a while since I played it. But man, it's been nice to you. It is a tremendous video game, if I do say so myself. And I think I will be pretentious enough to say so myself. 1284. Sure, that'll be useful. See? Told you. But man, what a game this has been thus far. Hoping to wrap it up this stream. Because, I mean, we'll be streaming probably about 4 hours. Hopefully, ideally.
IC's forecast for mid-area 1011, southeast bearing southwest. Thundering showers, moderate to good visibility, occasionally warm.
Did I play it at launch? No. I didn't play it long after launch, though. Because, like, you got to realize, because I was like, this game came out in, what, 2011, 2012? I was, like, 11 or 12 years old when this game came out. When I want to say I played it probably a year after it came out, and I remember I was kind of, like, confused by it. Yeah, 2011, so I would have been 11 years old. I was kind of confused by it. You know, I didn't really get it because, like, you got to realize up until that point, my gameplay diet had been, like, Sly Cooper and Ratchet and Clank and, you know, games like that. And this was like an entirely different beast for me. Like, I wasn't used to, like, the way that, like, you know, it just, it played weird.
Francis Pritchard isn't going to be hearing you anytime soon, Bratan.
But I revisited it. I played it. I kept playing it because I thought it was interesting, despite the fact that it played weird. Hang on.
I was hoping you would have called quite so much attention to it on your way to this room, but one works with the tools he has. Get to the aft cargo bay, find the sally port there, and enter it. You're going to encounter more resistance, but the longer you stay undetected, the better off your future will be.
Alright, undetected. I can more or less do that. But I remember I was sort of perplexed by it because I didn't really understand it, but I kept with it because I liked the setting and everything. And well, yeah, I guess you'd call it an age barrier. Like, it wasn't like that it was too complex for me to understand. It was just this game was cut from an older cloth than I was used to. And it was a different sort of animal. But I remember I still enjoyed it when I first played it. I think my first playthrough, I talked about it maybe like a stream or two ago. But I got all the way up to Picus, and oh yeah, no, for sure. Well, it's not that it wasn't my thing. It just because I stuck with it all the way up to Picus. I didn't know really how to play it as efficiently as you could. Because like when I got to Picus, I had no ammunition, no anything. I didn't manage. I didn't. I just played it poorly, and then I got frustrated with it, and I didn't touch it for a couple years after that. And then I went back to it probably when I was about probably 16, something like that, 16, 17. And for whatever reason, it worked a lot more then. Like for me, like I don't know what really changed, but it kind of clicked for me. I think I went back to it. Ironically enough, I streamed Mankind Divided before I streamed this, and I think I did that the same. I think I did it the same way back then. Like because I remember I got Mankind Divided at launch, and I played through that, and I loved that. And then I went back to Human Revolution after that, and loved it. So, yeah, it was definitely though. It was definitely like an eye opener for like 11-year-old me to see a game that was made in this fashion. Because I was used to, because I played games like at 11 and 12, I was playing games like Uncharted, Call of Duty, Tomb Raider, like action games. I was used to like, games like this to me were kind of foreign because I was used to just, running and gunning everything. And you can do that in this game, but this is I wasn't used to games with I guess you'd call a painterly touch, because there's a lot of subtle details in this game. I don't know how that guy saw me, but he sure did. But yeah, this is like if I were to make like a top 25 games of all time, this would be in there somewhere, I'm sure. 9173. Because like this is one of those games that really grew on me once I got it, quote unquote. And yeah. Yeah, and see that's the thing, like I had no experience with stealth games. I played Hitman Blood Money before I played this, but I never completed a mission in it. I just kind of dicked around in it because I didn't really understand it. Let's see.
You hear someone jumping around over there? I see.
Okay, I'm not sure how I made that work, but I did. But yeah, I think that's what was so new to me, was the fact that, stealth was an option. And in fact, stealth, like this game, I won't say it was designed around stealth, because you can beat this entire game by just massacring everything, but it definitely helps you out to like pick your battles, basically. Because if you're not careful, you'll drain yourself, and then when you get to an important area like Montreal, for instance, you just won't have anything, and then you have to kind of figure that out. So yeah, but yeah, I remember when I first played, like, because when I first played it on PlayStation 3, I remember that the ADS was like right analog stick, like you clicked it, or it might have been the left one. And I remember that was like, that was a different language to me, basically, because I couldn't understand, like, okay, well, why is it this? Why is it not like every other game where it's just, like L1 or L2 if you want to be like fancy. Hang on. Sorry about that. Someone needed some help with something real quick. But yeah, there was a lot of stuff about this game that was so different, and I think that's why I stuck with it, even though I didn't get it. I was like, I wanted to know more. Well, yeah, like that's the great thing, because like I don't know where it comes from, but like in my playthrough of Mankind Divided, which you may have missed or caught the tail end of, I was a stealth machine. Like 60% of the time, I snuck through everything. You know, like because there's like that game is much more designed around stealth, like to a degree where it's almost like a bad, like there are some areas that I don't think you could, that it would be like incredibly difficult to beat loud. But in this game, it's the opposite. I mean, I have silenced weapons, but I will go loud like at a moment's notice. So, what I appreciate is the fact that both games, like there's no play style, like as long as you understand how it works, there's no play style that's like incorrect. Like you can't play this game the wrong way. Like the only way you can play it the wrong way is if you play it badly. It was, again, this, like, even after I played it, this game always kind of stuck in my head, because like it activated my curiosity, because like I wanted to know more, because it's like, man, why is this game so different to all the ones that I played before? And I'm not figuring out how to get down here, but like, why is this one so different to all the ones I've played before, you know? And if I can just, yep, theoretically, although, okay, yeah, so down here is the south. Okay, we've made progress. But yeah, I wanted to, like, why is this game so strange and different compared to what I'm used to? And then I just kept playing, you know? I never traded it in, because I wanted to always come back to it at a later date. And this was one of the first games I bought on Steam when I started using Steam, because I used to play on an old laptop, believe it or not. And thankfully, this game is optimized decently enough that if your laptop is kind of powerful, like it only has to be kind of strong, and you can run it pretty well. Okay, yeah, I wish I had kept my PS3 copy, but you know, I wish I kept all my PS2 games too. But I was one of those suckers that swapped out for the PS3 and just traded in everything. Because I broke my PS2 and I didn't think about just getting another PS2 and also getting a PS3, so.
Biometric data assembled.
Because I used to have like 80 PS2 games. I had so much.
Sadly, our work has set the base on alert. I may be able to buy you some time, but...
So, you're a hacker.
There's a maintenance tunnel in loading bay 1. Access through a floor panel. Get inside. Follow the cables, and try not to kill the person inside.
Access granted.
Captured en route.
Let's get him!
I don't know how I fucked that up. used to have a load of PS3 games too, but I think I traded most of those in when I got a PS4. But now that I've settled on PC, I do want to build my collections of those games back up. If only because like I own a small handful of PS2 games, like Silent Hill 2 and 4 and Nocturne and Persona 3, and there's a couple more of them. But
Is this the stowaway that was captured en route?
not
I thought he was being.
not nearly what I had before. But then again, that could just be my memory overinflating my collection.
You see anything? Nothing yet. He's around here somewhere.
That robot's gonna be an issue.
Don't make me kill you!
It's not like this is Hitman and there's a surrender mechanic, you know. Well, monitors. Oh wait, the robot's not gonna be an issue. I forgot. Oh, I did as well. Like, I still have a PS4, Xbox One. I haven't touched them since I got my PC. And I got my PC. I want to say it was back in March or April. I used my tax returns to buy it and my setup, and I have a triple monitor setup and the whole nine. And I have not, and I shall not look back. But I'm also I'm also a collector type of person, so I mean I wouldn't mind like collecting that stuff. Yeah, no. Sadly, I'm a fairly recent convert. And I don't know why it took me this long to get on board, because the advantages of PC versus console are like ridiculous.
Someone there? He's around here somewhere.
Thank you for putting the back of your head my way. Don't know what advantage that serves you. Are you using a combat rifle? 'Cause I could use some ammo for that. Cause I've got the homing flechette rounds or whatever.
Entering restricted areas will result in termination and prosecution.
Ooh, I don't want to get spotted by that.
All grounding orders have been rescinded. New flight schedules will be distributed as soon as possible.
Work with me here. There we go. I could hack that. It's really no need. Let's put my gun away.
That's
for me.
far enough, Jensen.
You're behind this?
I said that's far enough. I can explain everything if you just stay where you are.
Last time we talked, you used me as a punching bag, and now you want a conversation?
I didn't exactly have a choice. I had to make it look good for Burke. Right now, he still thinks I'm on Bell Tower's side. But the minute he connects me to you and your murderous rampage,
That's your problem.
Yeah, my
not
bad.
mine.
then Dr. Megan Reed really doesn't mean anything to you, does she?
What do you know about Megan?
I know the name set off way too many bells and whistles when I added it to Burke's profile search on you. But it helped me to figure out who you are and why you stowed away on the ship. You think Bell Tower kidnapped her, don't you?
You want to tell me you didn't?
I wish I could. But after what I've seen this past year, all I know for certain is she's not on the base. Not anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
Not what you're thinking. Listen, Rifleman Bank Station supports all Bell Tower operations in this region, Jensen. Regular contract and special op. 6 months ago, I received orders to pull every regular grade soldier and civilian contractor away from the airstrip. 2 Black Hawk helicopters set down minutes later. I thought it had to do with Australia, especially when I saw covered stretchers coming out.
How many?
5. Guarded by a heavily augmented special ops team. Burke went out to meet the leader and the whole group disappeared inside the detention camp. There's some kind of black project going on in there, Jensen. Something involving prisoners and scientists. And I need you to find out what it is.
I'm gonna need more information than that. Tell me about this black project.
I wish I could, but it's been classified. So classified every BT suit I've talked to refuses to even acknowledge its existence.
But you've seen something.
Only the edges. This station is part base, part military stockade, and every week a new shipment of belligerents arrives. Only, Interpol says they're not on anyone's terrorist watch list. Most are just civs. Harmless civs. Burke takes them into a restricted wing of the detention camp and they just disappear.
Tell me more about these scientists.
Technically, I'm in charge of operations here, so I keep tabs on people coming in and out. Burke keeps meeting with doctors and researchers, telling me it's part of his interrogation technique.
You got any names?
None that I trust, unless the Doe family suddenly expanded into Australia and Asia. Thing is, I don't always see how they leave.
Yet you're sure that Megan did.
The Black Hawks did. Without the stretchers, but loaded with 5 stasis pods this time.
Why me, Keitner? That is your name, isn't it? The one Burke used back on the ship?
Natanya Keitner, yes. And it has to be you, because any movements I make are noted and logged. I can't risk blowing cover.
Cover? Who are you working for?
A few months ago, an Interpol agent approached me. They've had Bell Tower on their radar for some time, but they've never been able to prove anything. The things that agent pointed out about this base, it opened my eyes to a lot of things. So you see, Jensen, I really am playing the good cop and the bad cop.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Hold still for a second.
What the?
Relax. I'm just compiling your biometric signature. Retinal scan, pulmonary and vascular imaging, the works. Once I upload it to the network and give Corporal Alan Tyler a security rating, you'll be able to pass through specific checkpoints in this sector.
Yeah, could you
Only
give me
this
like
sector, what
40
others?
practice kits so I
Because
can
I've
get all
seen
my
how
stuff back?
bloodthirsty you like to be. I can get you into the detention camp, but the interrogation wing is going to be a problem. Only Burke can give clearances for that.
And I assume you don't want me to go ask for one.
Still the comedian. There's a security mainframe inside the detention camp's central command tower. You'll need to upload this copy of your biometrics there by hand. Contact me using your infolink once you do. Any more questions?
I could use some more hardware. Any chance Corporal Tyler will have access to the armory?
You're still a fugitive, Jensen. I suggest you keep a very low profile. Still, there is someone who might be able to supply you. One of the base mechanics, a civilian named Quinn. He runs a nice sideline in procurement.
I know the type. Why should I trust him?
Because I do, and because he has no love for Burke. He's in the lower level maintenance area near the elevator. He'll get you what you need.
The guards in the prison complex. Are they Burke's men or yours?
Definitely Burke's. Highly trained, special operatives. So if you start a firefight in there, don't expect to live long.
I'll keep that in mind.
I forget if she was Alpha, Beta, or Omega, so...
I'd like a little clarification here about you and Burke. I take it he outranks you.
Technically, yes. But this station is only part military stockade. And while he and his unit have 100% control over the detention camp, I have authority over the base.
So I don't need to worry that this is all just some creative attempt at mutiny.
Mutiny? You think I'd risk so much because... Listen close, Jensen. Burke is a sexist, chauvinist pig. And yes, he outranks me. He's also been in Bell Tower a lot longer than me, so he's got more connections. Which he's used to undermine me at every turn. But that is not why you and I are standing here right now. People are getting hurt. Innocent people.
And a Bell Tower
and we have
operative
to
cares
find out
about
why and expose it.
Exposure could destroy Bell Tower.
Bell Tower used to have honor. We do this right, it might again someday.
I want to help, Keitner, but you're asking me to take a lot of things on faith here. It might be easier if you can show me some hard proof.
Burke's got an office in the command center. It'll be locked, but 6325 will get you in.
And then?
There might be some files on his computer. If he hasn't changed it, his login is P. Burke, spelled with an E, and his password is Theogony313.
That's all I need to know.
Good. I'll upload to the security network from here, so get going. Alan Tyler will exist by the time you reach the prison security port. Just be careful, and try not to draw too much attention.
Yeah, no promises on that one. But I will give it my all. Definitely want to go see this guy. Holy shit, what's that? Don't worry about it. Nice talking to you too, soldier. I'll see you later. Yeah, I also have a YouTube channel that's under the same name, where I upload all the VODs.
Wow.
And I have
He
Mankind
did the bloody
Divided
reaper
in
himself.
a playlist.
What are you talking about?
And I'm putting
Christ almighty, lad.
Human Revolution in a
You have the
playlist as
garrison
well.
shitting themselves and afraid you got on patrol. Look, I don't want no trouble. You hear? The commander said to help you. That's what I'll do. Just don't kill me, all right? I got children. 8 of them. Well, look, I don't really have 8, but all right. I don't really have any. Just don't fucking shoot me.
Relax. I'm not here to hurt you.
Well, whether that's true or not, I'll take some comfort knowing there's 3 inches of bulletproof glass between us.
Look, Keitner said you can help me. Can you?
Yeah, she told me to be expecting you. I'm just glad you came as soon as you did instead of going off on your own. There's enough kegs of powder lying around here already without throwing another loose cannon in the mix. You know how much we're risking to keep you off the radar? We've only got so much pull around here. It's Burke's show, and he'll do as he bloody well pleases, which means stamping out any rats the moment he gets wind of them.
I'm grateful, but can we get on with it? I understand you run a nice little sideline in procurement.
Aye. From time to time you might say being inclined to do a little, how should we call it? Bartering. On the side. Since the commander signed off on it, I suppose I could open my stock to you. For a price, that is.
You mean I have to pay?
What? Of course you have to bloody well pay. Ain't exactly a fucking armory quartermaster down here. I'm just a civvy contractor trying to make ends meet. This ain't a bleeding charity.
Considering the circumstances.
Circumstances? What, that you're a fugitive and I'm risking my neck just talking to you? What are you trying to pull here? Although, I don't suppose you had anything to do with the stasis pod that was saved back on the ship.
How do you know about that?
Ah, so it was you, eh? Well, let's just say I have me sources and your little random act of kindness didn't go unnoticed. Tell you what, I'll give you a discount on me wares. Just no freebies or handouts. But now that I think of it, if you're looking for a little something for nothing and don't mind a little legwork, I've got an errand that could use running. Consider it a special offer of sorts. Interested?
Alright, tell me about this special offer.
Look, I don't know if you've noticed yet, but this base is packing some serious heat. Especially in the form of those walking brick shithouse boxcars. If you get me a few odds and ends, I might be able to whip up a little something to make getting around easier, if you catch my meaning.
What kind of something are we talking about here?
Nothing fancy. Just a 329 series MPRS.
A rocket launcher?
That's right, mate. And custom built. By yours truly, of course. You see, while I might be able to get my fingers on some row-level arms, I'm a little restricted when it comes to military-grade bells and whistles. I'm itching to try out a new trigger propulsion mix.
Maybe even recalibrate the guidance system for some extra punch.
I'm not convinced jury-rigged explosives are exactly my style.
Look, I'm not telling you how to do your job or anything, but you might want to consider carrying a little extra insurance while you're here. Look, all you gotta do is find me some components. I'll do the rest. An earlier boat had a shipment of 329s, but I wasn't able to poach any of them before they made it to the armory. Luckily, little Sparrow in my employ managed to lose one through maintenance circulation, but he got himself shit canned before I could collect. Now my little bute's lying around the base somewhere in bloody pieces. The launcher, I mean, not the wee man. Though, no idea really happened to him.
Right, so, long story short, you need me to find the parts and bring them back to you.
Yeah, that about sums it up, I'd say. Just find me the trigger module, scope assembly, and launch a barrel, and we're in business. I could scrape up the rest from leftovers here in the shop.
I'll see what I can find. Any idea where they are?
If I knew that, I would have picked them up myself. You're just gonna have to make do and keep your nose to the ground. Check the obvious places first, like the cargo and receiving areas. Worst case, someone found one of the parts and brought it to administration. I looked there last.
Got it.
Buy something or bugger off. Satisfaction guaranteed. Huh?
It's obvious you're not a bell tower sympathizer. So if there's anything more you can do to increase my odds of getting off this base alive, I'd appreciate it.
Because I like you and because seeing you get your arse killed or captured would put a damper on me day, I'll open a special stock to you. It's normally reserved for another client, but as long as you're paying. What are you buying?
Okay, so I have all my credits back. Whoops. That wasn't intentional. There we go.
No reef.
So I can just clear all this up. We are slowly getting back in business, and well, I would say smart thing to do would be to, not sure about the Icarus, honestly. There we go.
I've got something. Over here! Need a line of sight.
Yeah, man. You're making the right decision.
On the ground! A little help!
Finally, these combat rifles. Well, before they took all my shit, I was a walking slaughterhouse, more or less, which, you know, fair enough, I suppose.
Activating security scan. Biometric data assembled. Subject recognized. Access granted.
Cross the T's and dot the I's.
Ooh, that bugged out.
Hit the alarm.
Kusanagis? That has to be a reference. I hope that's a reference. It's Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell is the shit.
Got a possible victim.
Keitner, Jensen, I'm in your detention camp and uploading to the security mainframe now.
Copy that. Any problems?
Nothing I couldn't get rid of.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that later. Right now, you need to get inside the interrogation wing and find out what Burke is hiding. Contact me when you know. Keitner out.
Didn't want to do that. I meant to hit tab. Looks like I'm gonna have to make my way past those robots somehow. Not entirely sure how. Primarily because I'm not entirely sure how to get up there. Oh, that's how. Look, lady, I agree with you, but I don't work here. this.
Let me out of here!
Hmm.
Why are you doing this? You're a monster! Activating security scan. Biometric data assembled. Subject recognized. Access granted.
Cracked security system you got here, Burke.
Post-interview log. Patient has been returned to detention area after sedation. The medical history gathered indicates that she's a prime candidate for inclusion. Similarly, all biological indicators fall within required parameters. Recommend preparation for stage 1 therapy prior to...
Gary, have you seen this? Have you seen what's on this smart disk? He's gone mad.
Tiffany, slow down. What are you talking about? Where'd you get that?
I found it in the last shipment of materials we received. One of the boxes had been tampered with, blatantly. Someone was sending this to me, to us, to warn us about Commander Burke.
That sounds a little far-fetched, don't you think? I know the two of you butted heads, but Bob's assured me that the commander is with us on this.
Really? So Mr. Page is okay with us using unwilling human test subjects, is he? What's his opinion on Bell Tower using the OCM to further their military aspirations? Ask him about this Hydra project.
Tiffany, calm down. I know all about the Hydra project. It's nothing nefarious.
I never noticed until
Simply
just now
means
that his
allowing
wrists
soldiers
move
to
when you
communicate more efficiently
adjust your
when in the
hand.
field. You've seen Burke's augmentation. It has nothing to do with the OCN.
So you think his obsession with this technology is because he's an environmentalist? Gary, I know this bothers you too. Those poor women. We can't keep doing this. We can't just rush blindly ahead and let men like Burke pull our strings. Science has made that mistake before.
I know. All right. Let's go down below and contact Bob. We'll see what he has to say about this. I know he's intrigued by the nanotech possibilities. Certainly, he's disappointed with the results we've had.
I'm sorry. I'll stay quiet, I promise. Just don't hurt me anymore.
Calm down. I'm not gonna hurt you.
You're not one of them? One of the scientists? Please, you've got to get me out of here. You've got to do something before they come back. I don't want to disappear like all the others.
Hold on. You said they were coming back? Who? Burke? Is he behind this?
I'm not sure. He comes around, but not that often. I know he gives the orders around here. He doesn't seem all that interested in us beyond some psych tests and questioning. He mostly leaves us to the doctors or scientists or whatever they are.
Tell me about these scientists. Is one of them a woman named Reed?
I don't know. I mean, there is a woman, but her name is Kavanaugh, not Reed. I heard the guard call her that. She seems different. Like she doesn't like what they're doing to us. I can't help but think she's being forced to do these things. The others just treat us like animals. It's horrible. I just want to go home.
want to help you, but you've got to stay calm. Now, what did you mean by disappear like the others? What's been going on back here?
I don't know much. I've heard rumors and seen some things, and I know what they've done to me. Biopsies, blood samples, tissue cores, like I'm some sort of lab rat.
Is that why you're back here? Separated from the others?
This is where they study and examine us to see if we're compatible or something. I don't know what they want from us. Sometimes we're sent back to the cells. Those that aren't. Some of the others think they let them go, but I think they're being sent somewhere else. Another facility, maybe. Somewhere else inside this one.
Why? What makes you think that?
Because of the way they talk when they're with us. It's like they're looking for some kind of perfect gene match or something. I'm not a doctor. I don't understand it. I just don't want them touching me anymore.
So I think I have an idea of what they're looking for back here.
It's okay. What's your name?
Nina Sullivan. I don't know why they're holding me in here. They just grabbed me off the street. I heard Cape Town is dangerous, but I thought with all the security around...
Cape Town? South Africa?
Isn't that where we are? I blacked out. They drugged me, I think. I was on vacation in Cape Town at the end of the summer. I was going to be starting senior year in the fall, and I wanted to have an adventure. My parents must be so worried.
I take it you're not a terrorist then?
No, I've never done anything wrong. Never demonstrated against anything or anything. But neither have most of the girls here. I'm not sure about the men, but please, can't you get me out of here?
I know this is gonna seem cruel, but I can't help you right now.
You're going to leave me here? You can't! You have no idea what it's like. Please!
I can't have you tagging along just yet, or walking the halls alerting the guards. Trust me, when I can get you out, I will. But your best bet is to stay put.
I'll alert them anyway. Burke and the two doctors were just here heading for the morgue. I'll tell them you're here. I will. Let me out or I'll tell them, I swear.
And then what? Do you really think they'll let you go? I'm still the best chance you've got, but you have to be patient.
Please. Don't go.
So yeah, I think they're looking for because the perfect specimen was Adam, because Adam doesn't have any rejection. I think they're farming for that basically.
Attending Dr. Tiffany Kavanagh, Dr. Gary Savage, observing Commander Peter Burke. Patient has been sedated and restrained.
Administering compound P-026, 0.75 cc's. Injection via the left suboccipital triangle, isolating the neocerebellum and pontine nuclei.
Well done, doctors. Appears that the spinal cranial replacement was successful.
She's been stable for 48 hours. Placing the upper column and posterior skull is more complex than your own hindbrain augmentation, Commander Burke, but it's well within our abilities.
I want to facilitate that, but I can't do it right now. Take a look at your medical log. Sullivan, Nina. Yeah. It just in my inventory? No, which means it was a key item.
So what did these ones die of, Savage?
Complete neurological breakdown from the looks of it. Organ collapse, nerve degradation.
Find him. There's been some trouble on the base. My man will take care of it. You were saying?
We may be looking at serious cross-systemic failure issues with the OCM.
It's those god-awful implants, Gary. The whole inhumane procedure. After a while, it just burns them out.
Has this been happening at the other sites?
We've experienced some die-off, yes, but I've been told Dr. Reed's research may offer a breakthrough. If we could bring her back here...
That's not going to happen.
Then we need to start considering other options. A nanotech-based solution performed on willing volunteers.
And are you volunteering yourself, Doctor?
Tiffany, please. I need to look at the raw data, Commander. If you would.
I'm going to enjoy putting a nanoblade through that guy's
I turned a
sternum,
blind
and ripping
eye to
that
your
hindbrain
officer,
augment
man,
out.
Savage. But if she becomes a problem, she will be volunteering.
Keitner, I found out what Burke's been concealing. The interrogation wing is some kind of medical testing facility. He's using the prisoners as lab rats.
For what?
Not sure. I'll need Burke's retinal scan data to find out.
I can't download that without setting off a million alarms. However, Burke's eyes are enhanced, Jensen. He uses special retinal prostheses custom-made for him by the Tai Young Medical Corporation.
You want me to remove Burke's eyes?
Not the ones he's currently using. He just received a new set this evening for when the cargo ship docked. With any luck, you'll find it in his office. Keitner out.
I want to remove the ones he's using because he's an asshole. And he stripped me of my praxis kits and everything. And all of my shit. I'll rip his eyes out, no problem. Do I have any praxis back there?
Biometric data assembled. Subject recognized. Access granted.
Concern.
Activating security scan. Biometric data assembled. Subject recognized. Access granted.
Sounds like someone running.
The death noises are just ridiculous.
Keitner, I've got the eye, but it's not gonna fool a retinal scanner unless it's attached to an optic nerve.
I know that, Jensen. I do have a plan. Take the eye down to Quinn. He'll know what to do. Keitner out.
What are you doing here? Over here! Too late to hide. Oh shit! Oh.
Actually, we'll take the time to actually read the stuff, because I'm give a full idea of what he's doing here. Dear Commander Peter Burke, a request you raised, a request that you raised has been resolved. The details of the resolution are below. Sir, we finished installation of your new safe in the previously specified location, including the appropriate cover. Let us know if there are any problems with the opening trigger or the frame sliding mechanism, or if you are in some other way unable to access the contents. I know my brother spoke to you personally, but congratulations to your recent promotion. The board was more than happy to recognize your recent accomplishments, especially considering how successful the Hydra program has proven in Australia. You've certainly exemplified the kind of uncompromising lateral thinking approach to progress that Bell Tower prides itself upon. In light of that, stay the course, my friend. I know you're under a lot of pressure, but just remember that what the OCM project represents for us, for our partners, for the world. Remember as well, your efforts will always be properly rewarded. History will be kind to me, for I intend to write it. Something you might be interested in came across my desk this morning. A report from one of the technicians working on Hydra's nerve extension. Apparently your men, or more specifically the volunteers, have coined a new term to describe the post-release blackouts they're experiencing. Mind crash. To quote Test Subject 2829, when you're plugged in, everything is cold, your skin feels tight, your muscles are stiff, and your bones feel like glass, but you're not really aware of this, right? Because the machine is telling you otherwise. It's telling you you're somewhere else, experiencing something else, but your body knows. It's like something isn't right, and it remembers, like the real you is still awake, even though you're dreaming. When they turn it off and you start disconnecting, it's like the fake you and the real you crash together. 1 minute you're warm, alive, then all of a sudden it's like you fell through ice and you're dying. Sucks the air right out of you like a bomb going off in your head. Your brain locks up. Boom! A flash, and then nothing. Just the darkness. You know, like those blue screens of death on a computer? Yeah, it's like that, except it's your mind that's crashing. Spooky shit, man. I ain't going back into that thing. I think these mind crashes deserve some more looking into. If we can diminish the likelihood of them occurring or eliminate the possibility altogether, then it would go a long way towards retaining volunteers. As it stands, the cost of outfitting non-OCM candidates with Hydra Tech in order to simply test the integration of nerve simulators with your Spec Ops training regime is proving quite prohibitive. Burke, I need a favor. The mighty tyrants need something. Say it ain't so. This is serious. My team has had some setbacks. Setbacks? Casualties. This wouldn't have had anything to do with those 5 scientists, would it? It's classified, but let's just say one of them has an attachment problem. That problem has a hero complex. What, like an ex-boyfriend? Something like that. You've got to be kidding. I never kid. So what? So what do you want? Dossiers on some of your best men. The ranch might be vulnerable and I need some reinforcements. I'll have Nicole forward you something. Expect it when the interlude sales. Thanks. So yeah, there's a wall safe in here. Which I imagine there's a... There it is. Burke's revolver. I'll keep it, but it's not as good as mine. It looks nice, though. Kinda. I'll keep it, and I'll shoot him in the face with it.
Moss, show yourself! I heard that. Come out now! No more!
So, what's the story? Just got off the horn with the commander. She says you got something for me to take a look at.
Prosthetic eye, one of Burke's. We needed to get past a retinal scan, but it's useless like this.
Aye. Without an active neural connection, it might as well be an expensive paperweight. May as well put a gobstopper in front of the scanner for all the good that thing will do you.
Solutions, Quinn. Think you can handle this?
Lad, I may be just a mechanic, but I'm also the only thing keeping this whole bleeding facility from sinking into the abyss. Think I can manage a simple optic frequency bypass. Just let me get me tools. Right. So that's it now. You got the eye. Sorry it took a little longer than I expected. Nearly break the damn thing once or twice. New TIM firmware and such. Now don't go fucking around with it. It's only got a limited lifespan due to the 10 power source I rigged. It's only good for one use. Got it?
Is it supposed to be moving?
Aye. Bloody creepy that is. Try not to pay it any mind now. Thing's stuck in calibration mode. Trick is, I got it thinking it's plugged into a new host. And by rerunning the system diagnostic checks, it'll keep trying to connect without detecting anything amiss, which in turn keeps it alive in a manner of speaking. Fucking brilliant piece of engineering work if I don't say so myself.
Why only one use?
Without being hooked up to a proper battery, like your brain. The voltage spike from a single scan will trip the surge protectors, shutting it down to prevent further transmissions. It's a redundant safety mechanism built into the optic nerve to prevent frying your noggin in a dorsal ventral feedback loop. Short of putting the thing in your own head, which I ain't exactly equipped to do, there's no way around it. Besides, I think the commander preferred it this way.
This is pretty impressive work for a mechanic, Quinn.
What's that supposed to mean? There's more to old Quinn than meets the eye. No pun intended. You wouldn't be the first fool to underestimate my know-how.
Well, there's more to this job than just a simple battery swap. I saw you modifying the BIOS. This is state-of-the-art hardware and software. You're not just a mechanic. You're a hacker.
What are you going on about now? Ain't nothing you couldn't pull off with a degree in computer engineering and a little elbow grease. Come off it now. We ain't got time for this.
Well, hopefully this thing works.
It'll work just dandy so long as you don't do something stupid like drop it. And it ain't a bloody webcam. So don't try using it to spy the knickers up someone's skirt. No money back guarantee or warranty. You break it, you buy it.
I was hoping you would have upgraded your stock by now, but that's fine.
No refunds.
I thought this was the back way into Quinn's shop, but I guess not. So I was gonna go in there and knock him out and steal his shit, because I saw he has a Praxis kit laying out. Or maybe it is, but whatever.
Activating security scan. Biometric data assembled. Subject recognized. Access granted.
Hell, I guess. I thought I could. Thought I could. I like how the director's cut, though, like, seamlessly integrates this into the main game. I don't know how it worked in the previous version of the game, but I think it worked like the DLC for Mankind Divided works, where you have to sort of play it separate from the main game, and when you get to the main menu, you have to hit Jensen's Stories and then play it. But regardless, very nice. Very seamless. Very good. Me likey. Do I have anything that would help me out with these robots? No. Do I have any praxis? I do. So here's what we're gonna do. There. Okay. Problem solved. Yeah, neener, bitch. Hey, lady, don't piss on me. I don't work here.
Activating security scan. Biometric data assembled. Subject recognized. Access granted.
What's... 'Cause... 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 'c
Access granted.
That ladder makes me think there would have been a way around. Oh, I forgot. This is an ocean facility.
Jensen, it's Keitner. Where are you?
In a well-concealed elevator inside the prison's restricted wing. Your gun-running neural engineer deserves a raise.
I take it the eye worked then. Good. Now listen, if what you say is true, if Burke really is using the prisoners here as lab rats, I need proof. Hard evidence that I can take to Interpol.
An entire prison full of kidnapped civilians isn't enough?
You're an ex-cop, Jensen, you tell me. How many death row inmates crying on about their innocence have you seen getting out?
Point taken. I'll see what I can find.
Praxis, we're gonna use that for not bastard, but I want to blast through weak walls. You know what? We'll get hacking upgrades. Hacking upgrades. Actually, I should have bought stealth enhancers.
Please don't leave me like this. No hope.
Oh my god.
Can't take anymore. I want to die.
Quite the house of horrors you got here, Doc. You letting anyone in, or just women?
Who are you? How'd you get down
Oh
here?
my
This is a
god.
restricted area.
Obviously.
The
Wouldn't want the rank and file knowing what kind of sick
Hella from
experimentation
Mankind
is going on
Divided is
down
one
here.
of these.
No,
She looks like one
you
of
don't
these.
understand. I'm not.
Where's Burke? And your research partner, Savage?
Burke went back up to the base. And Gary left. Told me to be smart, keep my mouth shut, and do whatever Burke tells me to do. For now.
For now? I heard the three of you talking up there in the morgue. Sounded like you don't exactly fit in here, Dr.
Kavanagh. And who the fuck are you?
The name's Jensen. I came here looking for someone. Megan Reed.
Reed? I've seen her research. Gary thinks it could be the key we're missing. If she can be convinced to come here.
Megan Reed was kidnapped, Kavanaugh. Violently. As was her entire scientific team and the dozens of women you've been torturing down here.
No! You don't understand. I'm trying to save them. Gary and we were sent here to put the OCM project back on track. It wasn't until we got here that we realized what that meant, and by then it was too late.
OCM. Savage used that term in the morgue. What does it mean?
Organic computational matrix. It's a means of cross-connecting living brain tissue and artificial intelligence systems to create a supercomputer of unparalleled capability. Part flesh, part silicon.
That's what you're doing down here, turning prisoners into computer parts.
Human brain activity has to be integrated with the technology, or else it won't work. Even DARPA knew that.
Just how many prisoners are being wired into this thing?
I don't know. But a lot of them don't seem to survive for more than a year. I've told the others there's no way this project can stay viable with these kinds of numbers. But the OCM computers have to have them to work.
Computers? You mean there's more than one of them?
There's several. This is just where the process starts, the factory floor. We select the candidates here, implant them, and ship them to the other locations. It's all very efficient.
Yeah, except your candidates keep dying. What does DARPA have to do with this?
Nothing. Not directly. In 2007, they started looking for research partners to help develop an artificial cognitive science program that could increase a soldier's situational awareness in the field. A number of private sector companies submitted proposals.
Bell Tower being one of them.
No. Bell Tower was a private military corporation. DARPA wanted researchers. but one of the companies who did submit something was a biotech corporation that deals with Bell Tower. And they believed a successful program could be designed if it could be wired directly into the soldiers' brains. DARPA wasn't willing to go that far.
So this biotech company took the idea to Bell Tower.
A corporation that, being privately funded, doesn't have to concern itself with political or ethical debate.
You seem to think Megan's research is integral to salvaging this project of yours. Why?
It's not my project. Had I known before I came here...
Right, just answer the question.
We're experiencing cross-systemic failures with the tech. Over time, subjects implanted with OCM augmentations suffer complete neurological breakdown. They pretty much burn up from the inside. Gary thinks it's a problem with the acceptance of the P-dot array.
I've heard that phrase before.
It's the building block of modern neuro-augmentations. Dr. Reed's been reshaping it, changing the way it bonds with living tissue. The mutagenic gene combination she's introduced into it, well, frankly, it's astonishing.
Enough to warrant her kidnapping? So she'd be forced to work on this project with you?
She's not on this project. I don't know what she's doing or where she is. This is the first time anyone's ever mentioned kidnapping.
You're really gonna stand there and try to justify your role in this, aren't you? People are being enslaved, Kavanaugh. Enslaved and crucified.
It wasn't like that at first. I thought we were gonna make a difference, do something incredible for the world.
Right. And look how incredible it turned out to be. But you can still make a difference, Doctor. You can help me blow the lid off this place.
Are you insane? I can't. There's too much money invested in this. Burke, the people I work for, they'll kill me. They'll hunt me down and kill me.
I know people who can protect you, hide you. Interpol is just waiting for evidence to tear Bell Tower apart.
It's not just Bell Tower. Oh, God. Oh, God, am I really going to do this? You can't get me out through the prison. Burke would stop us.
Then we'll have to do what Savage did. Take a submersible.
We can't. The hatches to all the docking hangars are locked tight. The only way to unlock them is by using the security console in the prison command tower. Burke keeps an eye on us that way.
Then I'll have to go back up there and unlock it. Well, you gather as much evidence as you can carry.
Oh my God, I'm really gonna do this.
Damn right you are. Now get moving. I'll contact you when I unlock the hatch.
All right, fine. But Mr. Jensen, please, hurry.
Alright, so yeah, this is the part of the game where Deus Ex just kind of sort of takes a dive into body horror. Just like kind of out of nowhere. Because,
Hurt me anymore.
like this here. Yeah, they're just, like, they're just taking people and turning them into like brain. They're making brain farms basically. And yeah, it's fucking unsettling to say the least. But yeah, so there's that.
Keitner, contact Interpol. We need rendezvous coordinates for a deep-sea submersible.
A what? What exactly have you found, Jensen?
A research complex hidden beneath this base. One of its staff is willing to turn whistleblower if we can deliver her to Interpol using one of the lab's transport subs.
Which explains why you need the coordinates. I'll see what I can do. Keitner out.
And if you thought Adam Jensen got a raw deal, he was never kidnapped. And like I think the most horrifying thing about this entire segment is the fact that like this is way below the sea.
Keitner, what the hell's going on? The elevator stopped.
Burke must have intercepted our comms. Get the hell out of there, Jensen. I'll meet you.
Oh, that's why the ladders were there. Fucking show me to Burke. I want to fucking blow his smug face off. His fucking smug asshole face. Jensen. Stop having retard look for a second. Okay. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Handle these jabronis. We're gonna start off with a plan. Anything else up here? No. All I need is the EMP grenade. Hey, assholes. Did I kill them before they could drop their weapons? Or before they could even get them out even? Impressive. Oh, well. I think I might have blown one across the room. Oh, I just like exploded them out of their hands. Okay, well that makes sense.
Code yellow initiated. Detention silo decontamination proceeding. Activating security scan. Biometric data assembled. Subject recognized. Access granted.
Keitner!
We really broke open a hornet's nest, didn't we, Jensen?
It's bad. You need a medic.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. Got those coordinates, Jensen. But Burke figured it out. Seized control of the station and locked down the detention camp. Bastards cleaning house.
I've got to get Kavanaugh out.
Can't. Not until you stop the gas.
What gas?
Burke's enacted a scorched earth protocol to stop the truth from getting out. Poison gas in every cell. Lab tube. Unless you stop it.
Stay with me, Keitner.
There's a circuit board underneath the prison command tower. Directs the flow. Everything's connected, but might be able to redirect. Whistleblower has to live, Jensen. Only sure way we stop this.
Keitner? Keitner!
I had the trauma kit. Oh well.
Just stay alert. Where's my truck? You can't keep hiding. Shit! Awesome. Sweet. Can I call it in?
I'm doing this as fast as I can manage, I promise you.
Tough choice ahead of you, Bratan. The prisoners. Or whistleblower. You can't save both.
What? The hacker from the ship. You've been listening this whole time?
Like Zetka said, everything's connected. Right now, gas is set to disperse evenly between the prison and the lab. All you can do in here is redirect flow out of one area into the other. Do nothing. Everybody dies. Do something.
Somebody dies faster.
Precisely. But if you want to bring down Bell Tower, the choice is clear.
Yeah, look,
A difficult decision, Bratan. But that Gov Nuke bark gives you no choice.
Tell that to the prisoners. You'll have Interpol rendezvous with Kavanaugh's submersible.
As soon as you unlock it, use the touch screen in the security room above you. It'll shut off the lockdown, so you can return to the base.
And why would I want to go there?
Use your head, Tuvok. The last thing standing between you and Megan Reed is bark.
Kavanaugh, I've unlocked the hatch and I'm transmitting the coordinates to a rendezvous site.
Oh, thank God. I thought when the code yellow started...
It's over. Just make sure Interpol gets that evidence. I'm going after Burke. Jensen out.
tough choice, but you know.
Activating security scan. Biometric data assembled. Subject not
Corporal Tyler, or should I say Adam Jensen? That's right. I know who you are now. Got no...
Yeah. I get this.
Wasn't quite as good at hiding her tracks as she thought she was. If you think Kavanaugh's escape changed anything, you're wrong. Bell Tower will track her down. And on the off chance the good doctor does spill her guts to someone, anything she says will be discredited. Still, I admire your ruthlessness. To save the life of one woman, you allowed 100 more to die. That takes strength of will. The Reed woman, this Megan you've been searching for, she's not here. And the only thing standing between you and the ship that could take you to her is me. I underestimated you back on the ship. I won't be doing it again.
You there?
Quinn? Where are you?
Getting me arse out of Dodge. Burke's had enough, and he's gunning for you. And I don't intend on being caught in the bloody crossfire. But listen, about the gas. I know it wasn't easy, but you did what had to be done. Head to me shop. I left you a thing or two so you can give him hell. I'd like to see you meet again over a pint sometime, but, well, Godspeed, mate.
Oh, oops. Well, that'll let me check something real quick. Get this out of the way. Okay. All right.
Lad, you there?
Quinn? Where are you?
Getting me arse out of Dodge. Burke's had enough, and he's gunning for you. And I don't intend on being caught in the bloody crossfire. But listen, about the gas. I know it wasn't easy, but you did what had to be done. Head to me shop. I left you a thing or two so you can give him hell. I'd like to say we'd meet again over a pint sometime, but, well, Godspeed, mate.
I like how the one the one Irish guy in the entire Deus Ex franchise, at least as far as I've encountered, has to include a pint in his dialogue somewhere.
Hostile on the run! Hostile on the run!
There would have been the parts to make Quinn's rocket launcher. One of them, at least. man.
Possible situation. Hearing source of disturbance. We know someone's here. Keep looking.
Hearing source of disturbance. We know someone's here. Keep looking. HQ thought God would be a good little soldier. But they never are.
Son of a bitch.
Well, you made it. I'm torn between admiration and pity. You've condemned me for my actions, Jensen. But look at the lengths you've gone to find one woman. Wasted potential. Although from what I've heard, I suspect you'll still be of use to me dead. Go ahead, Strong. It may have served you well in the past, but ultimately, it's a failure. It's a shame you're
A bell tower operative of all people calling me idealistic. Do me a favor, Birkin. At your earliest convenience, blow it out your ass.
It may have served you well in the past, but ultimately, it's a failure.
Prick.
your shot, Jensen. Come on. Don't keep me waiting.
I'll keep you waiting if I want to keep you waiting. You shut the fuck up.
Access granted.
Find your shot, Jensen. Come on. Don't keep me waiting.
Oh. I got Icarus and just forgot that I did, I guess. Where are you at, you sanctimonious prick? Why don't you open that door up and let me in, you pussy? Oh wait, I have that quick save. I'll just use that. Oh, it loaded me from there. Cool.
Find your shot, Jensen.
Sounds like your struggles are almost over, Bratan. Is Bark dead?
I'm standing. He's not.
Good. With Bark out of the picture, there's a power vacuum I can take advantage of. Return to Loading Bay 2. The doors between here and the docking platform will be open for you.
Last time I passed through there, Burke's men were still waiting for me.
Not anymore. Bark has just ordered them away.
Great. Except I came here looking for Megan Reed, Bratan. I can't leave without knowing.
There is a boat heading toward the location as we speak. If you hurry, you can be on it.
Fucking asshole. It was extremely worth it though to carry his revolver for that long, just to pop him in the face with it and then drop it on him.
Bratan.
Quinn?
I'm afraid our good friend Quinn met with an unfortunate incident during all the commotion and is no longer with us.
Your voice. It was you this whole time. Who are you?
For the moment, I am between identities. I apologize for the duplicity, but it was a necessary precaution. You had to be kept in the dark.
And Keitner? Did she know?
Commander Keitner's perception was much like yours. Shrouded. She saw what she needed to see, and was told what she needed to hear in order for me to complete the mission.
So we were both pawns. Except she's dead and I'm not. So where does that leave me in your grand design?
We're all pawns in someone else's grand design, Mr. Jensen. But that doesn't make Natanya's death any less tragic. Your actions ensured her sacrifice was not made in vain, however. Dr. Kavanagh made it out safely, and is on her way to the rendezvous site. She will expose the truth in due time.
Keitner wasn't the only one who died back there. Those prisoners
will be added to a long list of Bell Tower's atrocities. We will not let them be forgotten. We mustn't stay here much longer, Mr. Jensen, if we hope to get you away from this base.
I still have questions, Quinn, and I want answers. Real answers, no more bullshit.
You really want to waste time chatting, Bratan? Fine. I will answer what I can, but keep in mind you have a boat to catch.
All right. Where's Megan?
I don't know for certain. But what I do know is that earlier today, Burke issued orders to have a large group of detainees transferred off this base. Supposedly, they will be assisting at another black site facility.
Kavanaugh said this was just the factory floor. You're sure Megan is at this other facility?
Nothing is ever certain in life, Mr. Jensen. But it is the best chance you have. Unfortunately, the cargo ship carrying the prisoners has already set sail. But I took the liberty to send out an urgent dispatch in Burke's name, ordering the ship's captain to hold position until one more detainee could be flown on board. In stasis. A helicopter is en route to pick you up.
Wait a second. You want me to get inside another stasis pod? Last time I got in one of those things, it didn't go so well.
I know it's far from ideal, but frankly, our options are quite limited. Although, I suppose you could try swimming there.
Better be the right fucking boat this time. Because I don't feel like coming back here anytime soon.
Don't worry, mate. It'll be grand. Besides, I thought you Americans liked riding off into the sunset.
Okay, so... Oh, that's all my shit back, I guess. Did I get my praxis back? Oh, I did! As it happens. Thermal armor. Oh yeah, yeah. It feels so much better. Have all my shit back. I wonder if we can still go to... shop. I forgot those were typing tickets. We're gonna look around for Quinn's shop because I want to find the stuff that he had. I'm just glad to actually have all my augments back. And all my shit, primarily. Okay, yeah, no, so we're close to it, I think. Well, that elevator made me think we were. Wait, no. It takes us down when we're not. Booyah, here we go. Praxis kit. Unlock everything. Just want the EMP grenade, actually. Ooh. I really don't need a reload system upgrade, or reload speed upgrade, I should say. X-ray, Israeli, Xville, Adam Jensen. No record of birth parents, alright. Alright, Worth. Defo Worth. Let's blow this popsicle stand. I actually got another Praxis, so you know what? I'm probably just going to be flatly overpowered for the final part of this game, but who cares? I guess this is how they justify you getting your shit back, though, which makes sense. Because this is technically DLC.
It's done. Exactly as you instructed.
And yet you sound disappointed. You think we should have handled this differently?
I think we had a valuable asset in our hands, and we're letting him slip away. He could have been very useful in the coming storm.
A hand does not need to be clenched tightly to maintain its hold on someone. Jensen carries too much baggage right now. His obsession with Reed only serves to distract him.
We could have told him the truth.
He must discover it by himself. And when he does, if you have followed my instructions precisely, we will know how to find him.
Assuming he lives that long.
That sounds spookums. Extremely cold with
Richard, any chance you're still there?
Jensen, my God. You've been offline for days. Where the hell are you?
I was was hoping you'd tell me.
I'm pinging you now. You're in Singapore. Something's wrong, Jensen. I pinged you, and a second later, I lost your GPL signal. It's like you disappeared into a black hole.
Gotta be a jammer.
Well, obviously. If you can find the transmitter and take it offline, I'll be able to track you. And keep you on a tighter leash.
I've got more important things to do than help you keep tabs on me. If Megan and her team are here, there's no time to waste.
That's really cool how they spliced that in. Although I wonder how it went before. Did you just hop in a stasis pod for no reason? Remember the damn code. Alright. Well, I've got enough ammunition to last me for a good while. What was the sound of that dumpster being dropped outside? Huh, weird. They have Final Fantasy 27 posters even in the mysterious mystery Singapore base. Yeah, your buddy got domed. I hate to be the one to tell you.
Confirmed that the cause of these disruptions has been matched to major malfunctions in the multi-channel peripheral nerve biochip, a device which transmits neural impulses directly to inorganic tissue. It is urgently
You must have done something, Jensen. 4 of our GPL signals just popped up, including yours. Koss, Colvin, Faraday. I'm not picking up Dr. Reed.
Send me the coordinates you do have. And Pritchard, tell Sarif.
I can't. While you were incommunicado, Mr. Darrow invited him, Bill Taggart, and the UN delegates to Panchea. They're halfway to the Arctic by now.
Great.
Show yourself!
Dick.
Over there! Intruder!
Hostile on the roof!
Let me fix my and then we'll do
Come back here!
that way those things actually have some use.
access grant. Access grant.
Oh. Well, there's where you find the laser rifle, I guess. And I'll take the sniper rifle. No, I don't even have room for the crossbow, and I don't want it anyway. I mean, not exactly necessary, is it? Hey, you're on my team. Yeah, decontamination. I know.
Hostile in the
I was hoping that would have been sufficient, but I guess I can see why it wouldn't have been. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. If I run into that, I'll be sure to punch it in.
Access grant.
Don't stick that weapon in my face. What is wrong with you?
Nice to see you too, Dr. Goldman.
What? Wait a second. I know you. You were Seraph's security guy. Way to protect our asses.
Hey, check the attitude, Doc. I nearly died trying to save you.
Oh, and now you're here to take me back. Well, maybe I don't want to go. Maybe I've got more here than I ever had at Seraph.
Would Vasily Savchenko agree with that? They executed him and dumped his body in a ditch.
That's not true.
Believe it. Unless these murderers have you so brainwashed, you don't mind building their toys.
It wasn't a toy. It was a software upgrade that limits functionalities in a biochip. They told me it was for crowd control. Is Vasily really dead? You saw the body?
What was left of it?
Oh my god. I should have listened to him.
Dr. Colvin, I need to locate the rest of the team. But Dr. Reed's GPL isn't broadcasting.
She's in the secured zone. There are guards everywhere.
Then I need a way to get the guards out. A distraction. Maybe a lab accident, what do you say?
After what those bastards did to Vasily? Of course. But one minor
Way to
incident
change
in
your
this
tune
lab
mid-conversation.
won't be enough.
No. But if a couple of other labs go up, simultaneously.
Declan and Eric. Of course. Interesting idea, Mr. Jensen. Ambitious, but risky. The timing will be critical.
I'll coordinate the attack. But you understand that this could all backfire.
I'm no shrinking violet, Mr. Jensen, but there may be another issue.
They're tracking your GPLs, aren't they? I've been wondering how to get around that.
Smart man. Just like Vasily. He had a plan to shut down their tracking and jamming protocols using a virus. Maybe Declan or Eric know something more about it.
Dr. Colvin, I need to know I can trust you. You seemed pretty happy to be here until I told you about Dr. Savchenko.
It's been 6 months, Mr. Jensen. Not long for you, perhaps, but how long can a person live in constant fear? Once they took us out of isolation, it just seemed easier to concentrate on the work.
Did all of you feel that way?
Vasily didn't. Maybe not Declan either, but the work we do here, the discussions, and the theories. I thought Seraph's projects were far-reaching, but the experiments I've seen going on here, it's the kind of stuff DARPA dreams up every day.
Only without governmental oversight keeping you in line.
I suppose I'm just a typical scientist to you, right, Mr. Jensen? Blindly pushing boundaries? No care for who's footing the bill or how our discoveries get made?
We all have to live with ourselves at the end of the day, Dr. Colvin.
You're right, of course. But were things so different in Detroit? We all know where those Seraph contracts came from, don't we? You asked me if you could trust me. You can. But you better get on with this.
Okay, wait for my signal, Dr. Colvin. When your GPL starts to vibrate, set off the distraction.
I understand. And I'm sorry for what I said earlier.
I'm gonna save real quick because I wonder if you can. Shoot her. She's a story critical NPC.
What do you want? I told you people not to barge in here. Wasn't the new biochip design enough?
Dr. Koss, I'm here to get you out.
Jensen? From Seraph? But we were told we'd been written off.
Not exactly.
Listen, Jensen. They forced me to work for them. I didn't want to create the new biochip, especially since it was based on Seraph's research, but they didn't give me a choice.
No one doubts your loyalty, Dr. Koss. Do you know what they plan to do with this new biochip?
I'm not sure. They said something about having Tai Young Medical produce it and distribute it through LIM, but I can't be sure.
I know, and I'm here to bring you all back. But to reach Megan, I need you, Colvin, and Faraday to stage lab accidents as a distraction, simultaneously.
Isn't that a little risky? Besides, how will we coordinate these accidents? It's impossible.
Maybe not. But it's that or staying here and eventually ending up like Dr. Sevchenko.
They killed him, didn't they? He kept provoking them, coming up with these wild escape plans. They try to keep us apart as much as possible now. All right, Mr. Jensen. I'm with you. What's our next move?
We need to disable their GPL tracker. I know Dr. Sevchenko was working on something.
Yes, a virus program. We all thought it was too risky considering we had nowhere to go. But I don't have it. You'd better check with Nia or Declan.
Declan, right.
I might. I overheard some of the guards. I think he might be working in the basement of the biomech labs. But I'm not sure.
Sit tight, Dr. Koss. When you feel a vibration from your GPL, set off that distraction. That'll be the signal.
I will. Good luck, Mr. Jensen. And hurry.
Saving that for later. Yeah, decontamination. Defo for sure want that EMP grenade.
You see that?
Converge on target!
Was that necessary? No. But I don't want any of these assholes left alive. Wow, that's the first time I've seen a tranquilizer gun in-game since the very first mission.
You're going!
That's got to be the most brutal of his lethal takedowns. And that's saying a lot. Oh, you can walk between the buildings. Interesting.
Jensen? Good grief, lad. What the blazes happened to you?
I made the mistake of surviving. I'm here to get you out, Dr. Faraday.
I told Vasily that Sarif wouldn't stop looking.
Sevchenko's dead, Dr. Faraday. I'm sorry.
I figured as much. One day he was just gone, and they wouldn't say why. We were all afraid, so we just kept to the work. They forced me to create a signal pattern that could broadcast software upgrades directly into a person's implanted circuitry.
Upgrades? That do what?
Whatever instructions have been encoded into them. They said it was to improve efficiency at clinics, but that wouldn't be the only application. Far from it.
I see. Dr. Faraday, we need to free Megan from the isolation zone. I've got a plan to distract the guards. 3 lab accidents.
I like your style, son. And it just might work if you can get Nia and Eric to agree. But timing them to occur at once, that will be the trick.
I'll worry about the timing. For now, sit tight and wait for my signal.
There's one thing you're forgetting, lad. They can track our GPL signals.
I know. But I'm hoping you might have the solution to that problem. Sevchenko's viral program.
Of course! I shouldn't have underestimated you. Vasily gave it to me before he disappeared. Here you are. Upload it onto the central security computer. It will scramble their scanners. I would have done it myself, but I'm just a scientist.
Don't sell yourself short, Doc. Tell me, where do I find this security terminal?
Vasily told me there's a tunnel leading to it, near the back of the compound, I believe. But I'm afraid you'll have to explore a bit to be sure.
Once I upload the virus, it'll be time to act. I'll signal you. A vibration in your GPL. Be ready.
Understood, lad. But do be careful.
Alrighty. Man, you don't see a lot of operating theaters nowadays. Not like old-timey ones like that, you know, there's chairs and shit. WHO. How quizzical. Can't complain with that.
Pritchard, are you still tracking the scientists?
Of course.
Simulate feedback along that route. Make it strong enough to vibrate their implants. They have to feel it.
A signal, eh? Not bad, Jensen. I'm sending it now.
Access granted.
Fucking stupid moron. I suspect this is where we'll find the mirror. Yep.
Your tenacity, Adam Jensen, is really quite irritating. We'd like you to stop now.
I'm afraid I can't, Zhao. You see, I figured it out. I know what you and your conspiracy buddies are planning.
Do you? How clever.
A new biochip. A software upgrade that limits what augmentations can do. You're creating a kill switch. You kidnapped Megan Reed's team to do it, and you're seizing control of the market to ensure it gets distributed. All because you're afraid of people like me. Augmented people, with the power to resist you.
No one's afraid of you, Mr. Jensen. All your blundering around and childish interference hasn't stopped a thing. Tell me, have you been to a limb clinic lately?
Let me guess. That was supposed to shut me down, right?
Fuck
Make me
you,
broken
Zhao.
and begging.
The Augs are recalled. You should be offline.
Women never fail to underestimate men.
You should have stayed dead, Jensen.
Bring it, you sack of
Behind
shit.
you, Jensen. That business in Detroit with Barrett, it should have ended. I thought you would be more formidable than this. So stubborn. You should have been chased long ago. It took losing the...
Fuck you, Namir.
Finish it.
Not until you tell me where Megan is.
You've lost her, Jensen. Men like us, we never get back the things we love.
I definitely want that, so I'm gonna drop this. See what the heck this is. Oh, interesting. All right.
Jaren, is that you?
Not exactly.
Adam? Oh
Oh my god, Adam! It's you. You're hurt. What happened?
What happened to you? I risked my life for you, Megan. I came halfway around the world, and for what?
It's not what you think.
Are you part of this?
No! No, Adam, I swear it! The kidnapping was real. The attack on Seraph Industries, they came after me. They wanted my research.
And when did you decide they could have it?
It didn't happen like that. I wanted to tell you, but I couldn't. I couldn't! And then David said we had to use it. We owed it to mankind.
David? What are you talking about?
My great discovery. The genetic framework I found that makes it easier for living tissue to bond with implants. I found it. In you, Adam. I used your DNA. I wanted to tell you, I swear. But David convinced me what it could mean for mankind. How much better off we could all be. It took Hugh to make me see how wrong I was.
Hugh? Hugh Darrow.
He owns this facility. After Namir brought us here...
Richard! Patch me into Seraph, now!
Adam, please! He was only pretending to work with Tai Young and the others. He found out what they were planning to do and told them he would help. But only to make sure they never succeeded. Their control signal won't work.
Thank you, David. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sarif here has asked me to show the world how human enhancement technology can change it. After careful deliberation, I've decided I must do exactly that. Forgive me.
So yeah, this is the incident.
He's modified the control signal. Anyone with the new biochip will be affected. Hugh never said anything about this.
I'm going back for the scientists.
No, Adam! I know the complex better than you. I'll find them. There's a hangar bay through there. Get to its control room and retract the roof. Clear a path for us.
God damn it. So yeah, she just straight up... I don't have the hack for that, do I? No, I do. Okay. Just straight up used us for her scientific nefarious needs.
Access granted.
I think this is the only computer in the game that's black and white. And I'm sure there's more you can read about it on there. I'm not really interested. I hate the aesthetics of this whole place. White on white, it's feigning innocence. And Megan Reed's an unethical asshole.
Jensen, what the hell's going on out there? Broadcast frequencies are going haywire.
Malik, is that you? Where are you?
Coming into visual range of Singapore now. Been in the air since Pritchard first pinged you.
Good timing. I'm heading for a hangar bay to open the roof. I'll need an emergency extraction.
Roger that. I'm on my way. Hey, Jensen! Looks like you could use some help! I see the scientist, Jensen. I'm landing nearby. And I think... Dr. Reed wants to speak to you. Hang on. Hello? Adam? We're all fine, but you have to get to Panchea and stop Hugh.
You and I aren't done with this, Megan.
I know how it looks. But you have to stop the broadcast. I think it's causing the new biochips to overstimulate the vagus nerve, creating terrifying hallucinations.
You mean it's driving augmented people insane?
Yes, and it's up to you to stop it. Use the Leo shuttle. It will take you to Panchea. Good luck, Adam.
Son of a bitch.
Automated systems online. Darrow sequence 1.
Code 1-1A, preset and ready to engage. Suborbital trajectory plotted. Destination Panchea. Begin countdown, Mr. Darrow.
Begin countdown.
Code 000. Confirm 0. Countdown commencing. Stand by for liftoff. Electrodynamic launch assist sequence commencing. Beginning descent.
Basically a catapult. Shoot shot. Oh, that's good.
Jensen. Jensen, can you read me?
Barely. I've reached Panchea, Pritchard. Any word from Sarah for the UN delegates?
Nothing. The installation went into lockdown shortly after Darrow gave his speech. I can't tell if anyone's even alive. And the signal's still broadcasting.
Meaning no one's safe till I get in there and shut it down.
You'll have to disengage the lockdown first. Look for a master control panel at the top of the tower.
I do. I wonder if EMP shield. Oh, yeah, it doesn't. How convenient. Who spread mines all over the place?
Jensen. Jensen, can you read me?
Barely. I've reached Panchea, Pritchard. Any word from Sarah for the UN delegates?
Nothing. The installation went into lockdown shortly after Darrow gave his speech. I can't tell if anyone's even alive. And the signal's still broadcasting.
Meaning no one's safe till I get in there and shut it down.
You'll have to disengage the lockdown first. Look for a master control panel at the top of the tower.
Richard, Panchea's broadcast center is at the base of the station near the bottom of the ocean. Is that right?
But the lockdown caused all the blast doors to seal. You won't be able to go down until you override them manually.
From up in the tower. I got it.
Jesus.
Okay.
I don't think you want to do that, Mr. Jensen. Disengage lockdown, and whatever demons this station contains are likely to come crashing out on us.
Afraid to die, Darrow? Or just unwilling to face what you've done?
Oh, I know what I've done, believe me. I take no pleasure in it.
And yet you still did it.
I did what had to be done. 20 years ago, I gave the world augmentation technology. I thought I was giving it a bright future, but instead I gave it the means to destroy itself. No law, no UN regulation was going to fix that.
People are dying out there. Hundreds of thousands of people driven to the brink of insanity because of you.
I had to convince the world. Before today, people believed we should steal fire from the gods and redesign human nature. Human nature is the only thing we have that gives us a moral compass and the social skills we need to live in peace. Destroy it, and you destroy our very species.
Don't paint yourself a savior in this. What you're doing is insane.
Is it? When this is done, the Illuminati won't be able to control men and women like you as they had planned, from the inside out. No one will be able to use the technology I invented to make others into beings they desire. Something we both know has happened already.
You think you're Frankenstein? Killing his own monster?
Actually, Mr. Jensen, I prefer to think of myself as Daedalus, watching helplessly as his child crashes into the sea.
I'm ending this. Now.
You can't. The signal is being generated from the broadcast center at the base of this facility. Panchea's security system has been programmed to protect it, and will kill you before you even get close.
You designed that system, Darrow. You can tell me how to shut it down.
But I won't. You think what I'm doing is extreme. You simply don't understand. For humanity to survive beyond this century, it must abandon ill-conceived notions about transcendence and embrace change. But for that to happen, the hard lesson must be learned. Blood must be shed.
You think humanity needs to be punished? Is that it? Pain is the only thing people understand? By the time this is over, there will be no humanity left to embrace your change. The stress and horror you forced us to live through will have ripped it out of us.
I knew there would be casualties, but I thought, over time, surely the human spirit can recover. Even as I listen to your words, I realize a cruel truth. No one else has the vision to see what I've seen, the will to do what I have done. You're all too weak, judging but never acting. None of you have the moral courage to see this through to its conclusion. Well, so be it.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. None of it matters, because this is what will happen now. After today, whatever you say will be dismissed as the ravings of a mass murderer. You were one of the greatest minds of our time, and tomorrow you'll be nothing but a killer.
But they can't think that. They'll be missing the point. Don't you see? I created people like you. I made it possible for you to happen. If fate had dealt me a different hand, then perhaps neither of us would be here. Isn't it obvious how fate is now conspiring to overtake us both, to grind us beneath her wheels? We must see this through, lest people like you continue to evolve and destabilize society.
People like me? People like me? You're not interested in saving humanity, Darrow, no matter how loud you shout it. This is about jealousy, pure and simple. Everything you're doing today is in service to your wounded ego. Because you can't stand anyone leaving you behind.
I never said that! Mr. Jensen, please! You think you have the measure of me, don't you? That I'm some common criminal you can bully into submission. Go on then. Beat the codes out of me. Lash out and prove me right about you and what augmentations have done to you.
Darrow, you created something incredible, but you couldn't let go. Is hatred really the only thing you have left? Look at what you've done out there. Open your eyes and look.
No, this isn't what I wanted. I saw the future, the danger to us all. Could my motives really be so tainted? I will give you what you want, Mr. Jensen. Codes to shut down Panchea's security system. But you'll still be in danger. Much of the system is self-determining and lethal. When you see it, maybe then you'll understand. The technology I created will not be the future any one of us desires. Please, help the world understand that.
Okay, so I have some praxis. Might as well get this.
Richard, the lockdown's disengaged. I'm heading back to the hangar to see if those blast doors are open. Have you been able to raise anyone?
I'm picking up several glimmers, but there's too much interference. I think you're on your own, Jensen.
Careful there, Francis. You almost sound like you regret that.
Access granted.
I don't think this was the way out. Is that guy still in here?
Stop running! I don't want it, please. I don't want to. They're making me do it. Yeah! I know. Be quiet. I can't think with all that noise. I see you, sneaker!
Oh, I don't need to go this way. There's the fast way back in, so. Gas grenade will be useful for that chunk of jabronis down there. Can you tell this was made back when zombie fiction was still popular? Or is it only that obvious to me? Some limb clinic in this joint?
You seem relative.
All things can.
Thankfully, I was able to barricade.
No. The rest of the station.
Yes, of course.
How convenient.
I feel remiss.
Okay, I don't know, it can really go anywhere. We'll get some oxygenation so we can run longer.
This is William Taggart. If anyone out there is listening, I'm begging you, help. We've barricaded ourselves inside the core server room. Many of us are wounded. Please, save us. Please, save us.
Don't be difficult. This is the best.
Well, that makes that a whole lot easier.
Is anybody there? Can you hear me? I've got survivors here. We've locked ourselves in a machine room. Please! Help us!
Actually, let me find Sarah at least. Oh, well, that takes everything off the radar. That doesn't help me at all. Taggart.
Access granted.
Mr. Jensen, how ironic that you should be the one to save us from the monsters out there.
Monsters, Taggart? You mean people. Augmented people who've lost all control, lost their reason.
Isn't that supposed to be my line? Unfortunately, it seems your esteemed Mr. Darrow decided to appropriate my point and turn it back on me. In madness and in blood. He has betrayed us all.
So you finally admit it. You are part of this, after all. You have been all along.
It would be pointless to deny anything now, but despite what you think of us, we never wanted augmentations outlawed. All we've ever sought is regulation, rules governing how the technology is developed, and laws that ensure it's used for the good of society.
You've raised society above humanity. So who gets to make those rules?
Men with wisdom, strength, and tenacity to know what's right. Proven leaders who distinguish themselves like you, Mr. Jensen. You've certainly earned the right to be one of us. All you have to do is take it.
I'm not looking for glory, Taggart.
Just remember that without control, there's no room for freedom, only anarchy. You were a policeman once. You know the importance of order.
I know there's a difference between order and slavery.
The biochip wasn't supposed to force people to do anything. It merely limited power so that people couldn't go on killing sprees like the ones taking place right now.
Amazing how well that worked out.
Say what you will, but I know that some part of you agrees with me. Absolute freedom is no different than absolute chaos. Society needs boundaries if it has any hope of surviving. And you, Mr. Jensen, can be the one to give us that hope. Shut down Darrow's signal. Then help me get a message out saying that an accident at VersaLife contaminated the world's neuropozyne supply.
VersaLife? And what if I decided to blame the Illuminati?
The Illuminati is just a name to get rich financiers to invest more money. Besides, do you really think the world will believe in some 18th century conspiracy theory? Do this for us, and you'll ensure a future for mankind, all of mankind, augmented or otherwise. The future Hugh Darrow offers doesn't allow for both.
Let me think about it.
Yeah, I gotta find where fucking David is now.
Access granted.
Actually, you know what? Since there's ammo here, we'll just drop the sniper rifle because we haven't used that in forever. Much as I love it. Oh, elevator. Okay. This kind of sucks in comparison to the laser rifle, I'm not gonna lie.
Access granted.
I'm just gonna go ahead and drop this sucker. And oh, I dropped my sniper rifle for it. I thought I dropped my laser rifle for it. Yeah, I'll go back and get that. I know Seraph's in here somewhere. Probably this way. Stop walking into goddamn mines.
What the hell do you think you're doing, son? Put that away! Adam! Oh, thank God you came. I've got wounded here. We'll have to move them first.
We can't move anyone yet. Not until I get to the base of the station and shut down Darrow's broadcast.
What? Why?
The chaos you experienced here, it's everywhere. The Illuminati created a biochip that stops people from using enhanced abilities, and Darrow turned it into a kill switch.
Oh my God, you... We gotta fix this, Adam. If people realize what's happened, if they believe augmentation technology created this chaos, they'll ban human enhancement research forever.
And that would be a bad thing.
Yes, it would! Don't you see what's at stake here? Ever since man first crawled out of that ocean, we've been striving to be more than we are. Augmentation technology is just the latest, greatest step on a very long road. But we've barely scratched the surface of its potential. We can't let fear stop us from continuing.
That's your belief, Seraph. Not everyone shares it.
But you do, Adam. I know it. And if we work together, we can really make a difference. We can improve the lives of everyone, but only if we fix this.
Go on.
We'd have to get a message out after you shut down Hugh's signal. Tell the world, tell them the Humanity Front did this. That their doctors created a virus that only affects augmented people.
You mean lie?
It'll give us time, son. Time to figure out how to destroy the Illuminati's biochips and move on.
And what about the people who've been hurt by this? Don't they deserve the truth?
Oh, Adam. If we want the freedom to become more than we are, we can't be blinded by a misguided morality. Some people will be left behind. It's reality. It's evolution, son.
Right. Evolution based on my DNA.
Please, son, you have to stay with me on this.
I'll think about it.
I'm pro-aug all the way, and I never liked those Humanity Front assholes. So, of course, we're going to lie and say Bill Taggart did this. Is it morally the right thing to do? Maybe not. But, you know, I don't care. Let me go back and get my sniper rifle before we move on. Yes, I am that petty. Might be all the way down here. It's all the way down here. Yeah. Okay. Now that everything's perfectly balanced as it should be, we can move on and shut down Do Harrow's fucking broadcast. What a fucking asshole. Did I get a praxis from doing all that? No. I didn't. Giving me all this heavy rifle ammo when Already got the laser rifle. What? What's the use of the laser rifle, you might think? Well, actually, there's a security thing in here. And there is. This like sentry's doing my work for me. There. I think that's the first shot I fired from the sniper. Well, actually, I think I used... Oh, it's gonna crash. It's gonna crash. Yep. Good thing it's a fast loading game, so. I suppose the gas grenades and all that are for if you want to do this non-lethally. I've been non-lethal this whole time. After all. No one will notice if there's no one to notice. Awe at the size of this map. Why couldn't have I just like Icarus off of this? At the world's longest Icarus flight? Just ride the whole bitch down. Then we could have just rode the elevator back up. Or called it down and waited. Boy, they really expect you to be using the heavy rifle in this.
What the hell? Oh my God.
Water pressure nominal at 173 psi. Who am I? Communications web online. I feel cold. Drones 1 through 3. Within
Yeah, see, that's what they were doing down in
I don't remember.
down in
Disconnected.
that base.
Processing. Oh God, please help me. I'm scared. Core temperature stable. Processing.
Zhao, what are you doing?
Connecting to Panchea's Harun project, Mr. Jensen. The most advanced quantum computer slave to the human brain, and the closest to perfection we'll ever achieve. I'm going to use it to hack Darrow's signal and rework the message to our benefit.
Our benefit? You mean the Illuminati's?
Someone has to override the signal and be the world's savior. And let's be honest, neither of us would trust anyone else to fill that role. Computer, begin EEG sync.
So much pain. Syncing beta waves at 40 cycles per second. Sleep, please.
So that like death would be preferable.
Unable to transfer control to Alpha Pod.
The system won't recognize my chip.
Neural systems offline. Rerouting control of energy.
I can't control Iron.
Increasing glutamate levels by 32%.
Wow, it's almost as if you should.
Zhao, get them out of there. I have to reach the control chamber.
No! I can still control it! I'm in control!
Stop the signal! Security alert. Through the primary control panel.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit is right. So this is the final boss.
Alpha Pod
Forgot about
security
that.
implants. To access Alpha Pod, purge tertiary pods. Warning.
I was the one to alter the signal. But once I do, the council will welcome me with open arms.
Pod 2.
I'm sure.
Mother! Stay away! Stay away!
Adam's here. Why does he want to kill us? Kill him.
You have to have been better served keeping your head down.
System failing. Pod 2.
Oh yeah, I forgot you got it.
Mother, just don't hurt anymore. Just no more pain. Please, keep her away from us. Security measures are sufficient. Insufficient.
Once the weight of my gaze touches you, there is no escape.
Back. Pressure. Rising. Here. 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 Systems are.
What are you supposed to do?
Organic systems are distractable upon the body.
Do you see where honor and ambition lead you? To a whole mile deep in the ocean, about to meet your end.
Error in system.
Iron is weakening.
Rerouting connection.
Yeah, I think I had to figure out this.
Error in system. Rerouting connection. Reroute complete. Warning. Tertiary pods are offline. Primary security measures disabled. Power surge detected. Electrical charge above normal levels is rising. Preparing for discharge sequence. Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Electric discharge sequence initialized.
It's happening! No! Wait! It's initiating emergency protocol! You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen. Despite your special genetics, you have been in over your head the whole time. Initiate disintegration protocol. Please, There is no way you can defeat the system. There is nothing you can do to stop.
Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence. Warning. Primary pods compromised. Secondary security measures activated. Evacuate area.
You still cannot reach me, Jensen. There are too many contingencies built into the system. You and I both.
No, you can't do this to me. Don't you know how much I sacrificed? Wow, that looked horrific, but you deserved it. You deserved all of it. Wow, you got fried. That looked like it hurt.
Hello, Adam. Welcome to the Edge. It is not the end of the world, but you can see it from here.
Eliza? What are you doing here?
It is my job to monitor and report on the news, Adam. Before Darrow smothered everything with his signal, the whole world was tuned into this place. Including me.
The broadcast. I have to stop it.
I know. Please, come closer. Do you know where we are, Adam? We are at the fulcrum point, when society lies in the balance. Hugh Darrow hoped to tip the scales one way, by telling the world everything you already know. About the biochip, the Illuminati, everything. He believed knowing the truth would convince mankind to abandon research into human enhancement technologies forever.
It would certainly give them reason to fear it.
Indeed. Darrow's confession is ready to send. If you want, I can wideband it across all media as soon as you shut down the signal. Everything you worked so hard to uncover will be exposed. But only if you deactivate the broadcast using this control. However, if you desire, I can alter Darrow's message. Conceal the creation of the biochip while putting in new content.
Content blaming the humanity front, like Sarah suggested.
The organization has already admitted to harboring terrorists. It would be easy to convince people they turn to biological warfare in a more desperate attempt to get rid of augmented people.
But why? What would that achieve?
In time, it could shift the focus of hatred onto people whose prejudices are seen as too extreme, leaving corporations free to experiment with human evolution as they desire. But if you want me to perform this edit for you, You must disengage the signal and activate the video edit function from here. Alternatively, Darrow's message can be adjusted to erase all mention of the power group known as the Illuminati. I can report that lack of proper regulation allowed vast quantities of neuropozyne to become contaminated prior to reaching the market.
Taggart's preference. You think the world will buy a made-up story about neuropozyne poisoning?
You might be surprised by what people believe. I can convince them. And having experienced the negative effects of corporate negligence firsthand, a majority of people might force the world to place harsh restrictions on all human enhancement research. But only if you disengage the signal and activate the video edit function from here. Of course, there is another option. This passage leads to Panchea's pressure regulation controls. Destroy them and the installation will cave in on itself, overwhelmed by the weight of the ocean pressing against it. Everyone inside the structure will die.
That's a solution?
No one will be left to tell the world what happened, Adam. Nobody will be able to spin the story.
Including me.
The choice is yours. Do you believe you have the wisdom to choose an appropriate future for mankind? Or do you trust mankind to find the answers on its own?
Ooh. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the canon one, so we'll go with this
If you do this, the focus of hatred may shift to those responsible for unleashing biological warfare, leaving corporations free to experiment with human evolution. Are you sure this is your choice?
Yeah.
So be it then.
Sarif was right about one thing. It's in our nature to want to rise above our limits. Think about it. We were cold, so we harnessed fire. We were weak, so we invented tools. Every time we met an obstacle, we used creativity and ingenuity to overcome it. The cycle is inevitable. But will the outcome always be good? I guess that will depend on how we approach it. These past few months, I was challenged many times. But more often than not, didn't I try to keep morality in mind, knowing that my actions didn't have to harm others? Time and time again, didn't I resist the urge to abuse power and resources simply to achieve my goals more swiftly? In the past, we've had to compensate for weaknesses, finding quick solutions that only benefit a few. But what if we never need to feel weak or morally conflicted again? What if the path Sarif wants us to take enables us to hold on to higher values with more stability? One thing is obvious. For the first time in history, we have a chance to steal fire from the gods. To turn away from it now, to stop pursuing a future in which technology and biology combine, leading to the promise of a singularity, would mean to deny the very essence of who we are. No doubt the road to get there will be bumpy, hurting some people along the way. But won't achieving the dream be worth it? We can become the gods we've always been striving to be. We might as well get good at it.
Bam. Human Revolution. Goddamn good game. Great, one of the all-time great games. Like, if you're talking classics, we're gonna skip the cutscenes. There's just making a Deus Ex, and there is New Game Plus, but we're not gonna do that. Yeah, one of the all-time great games. If you're gonna be talking about, like, not just PC or whatever, but just all-time, incredible story. Everything is awesome. You could almost call it a perfect game, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't have much to say about it. Well, I have a lot to say about it, actually. I have a lot to say about how good the story is, about how good the characterizations is, the background information, the fact that there's a lot of the stuff that actually ties into real life, all of it. But I won't ramble over on much because I've got some stuff I've got to tend to. But yeah, thank you for hanging around. This was a fucking incredible trip. I love this game to death. It's so good. It's so good. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. So up next, not next today, but up next tomorrow. Probably early as I usually do. We're gonna be hopping on to motherfucking. Well, actually, I can just show you. We're gonna be hopping on to Phoenix Wright. Get your gavels ready. See you later.